Hello, this is Elios Paredahill reporting from the Wyndham Garden Hotel in Suzhou of Jiangsu Province in China. Today we will be taking a tour through famous parts of the old city of Suzhou, including the ancient wall as well as the Pinjiang Road, a road that walks down a river and is one of the most famous attractions in the city. This is the former residence of, let's see, I'm not sure who it is. Never heard of this person. Oh, an author. Okay. Here is a metro station, Lingdun Road. But the architecture looks nice, but it's only one stop away from our first destination. So I'll just walk over there. Here is a market, but sadly we don't have the time to visit it right now. But here's a market, it seems. This is the entrance, but we will take a visit to the ancient wall and gate first, and then we can take a by road into Pinjiang Road. So let's keep walking. Here is a very classic looking school. Looks more like a temple actually. Interesting architecture. I have heard that this is a very nice restaurant, that the Xinjiang cuisine. I have an outlet near where I live and it is pretty nice. This is the metro station near the city gate and wall that I am heading to. This mall is between the station and the wall. Over there is the station where we departed from. Here is the mall. Basically a group of blocks together, and in front is the city wall and gate we are heading for. You need to cross a river, and we will check this out. We have come to the wall. These walls have a very ancient history. I think these walls were restored. I'm not that sure. A lot of the sections have already been demolished, but this one still remains. But its function is mostly no more. There is a museum here and a hall here, but it is under management right now, so not open. Let us check out this museum. A map of the ancient city of Suzhou. This gate is called Xiangmen. And where is it? It's on the eastern side. Probably this, but I'm not very sure. To the east, to the northeast. Here you have some artifacts. This is the panorama of the old city. You have the moats and gates and pagodas and houses and a lot of canals inside the city. This is what Suzhou is known for. Canals, gardens, the old city. Here you have some clay. Oh, from the early city walls. Projectile. Pottery. Yeah, this is also clay from the early walls. Let's go upstairs and see. Here's an old photograph. Back then, the walls and gates are still standing. This is the gate. You have a road, cars, motorcycles, and houses by the street. This is what the walls are like. You have the Xu Gate. That's to the southwest of the city. I don't even know how this. Oh, this is the Pan Gate. And running down the wall, this is the Feng Gate, which is to the southeast of the city. This is the Xiang Gate, which is the gate we are currently at, and one of the best preserved walls and wall sections and gate. This is the Low Gate. The gate is already no more, but the canal that comes from the gate still exists. This is the Qi Gate to the north of the city. This is the Ping Gate, also to the north of the city. The Pingjiang, which is the Ping River, is a canal that flows through this gate. Somebody's tea on the wall. This, honestly, I don't know how this is pronounced, but this, I believe this is called the Chang Gate, but not that sure. I think this gate is also still standing and can even have roads. You see, I think you can still pass through the wall, the gate now. And this, yeah. This is the Jing Gate, Golden Gate. I'm not sure what it is now. This kind of scenery is what most people think of Suzhou, 小桥流水, which is basically little bridges overflowing water. And they live right beside the river, as we can see later when we go to the Pingjiang Road. This is the view from the Xu Gate, viewing inside the city. Some old photographs of the city of Suzhou. The bridge leading out from the city gate. The eastern main avenue. The western main avenue. These are the world famous Suzhou Gardens. That one is the most famous, the humble administrator's garden, 拙政园. The Suzhou Railway Station. The Suzhou Railway Station is still functional now, but very different. You can see the changes. This is during the 32nd year of the Emperor Guangxu. In May of that year, the station entered operation. I'm not sure which year that was. It's probably around the early 20th century or the last few years of the 19th century. Not that sure yet. In the 18th year of the Republic of China, that is probably 1929, if I'm not mistaken. You can see its expansion. In the 1960s, it is even more different. And the 1990s, it is like this. And now it is kind of like a regional hub, I guess, but quite important. Here you have a map of the city, old city, its main roads. The bridges, water lanes, canals, houses by the rivers, streets. This is outside of the walls, I believe. Yeah. You could see the blue, the canals, and the wall and the gate. Which gate is this? Let's see if... Oh, this is the Qi gate. Which one is inside the city? I need to check. I'm not totally sure. I think this side is within the city. Yeah, this side is within the city. You have the gate here. the bridge leading into the gate. Outside the city, you have the railway. You can even see the train here, and the railway station over there, I think. Yeah, pretty interesting panoramas. You get the same panorama for what gate is this? The Feng Gate. You see, back then these areas were all farmland. Now it is quite industrialized as part of the Suzhou Industrial Park. Oh, here you have a graphic of what life back then is like. Pretty intriguing. The streets, the people, the culture. Very interesting. I think these areas are outside of the city, but nonetheless still vital for defense. You have some more. This is the Pan Gate, the water gate of the Low Gate. This canal, it's still this canal is still there, but the gate is no more. The Feng Gate behind it. This is the Ping Gate, and it is no more. Most of these gates and walls have been torn down in the 1950s because traffic traffic is hard to pass through the gates. There have been talks to restore the walls and gates like the ancient Chinese city of Xi'an, but the bridges, expressways have all been established, and it's hard to reconstruct them. But still, a few sections have remained or have been rebuilt, and that is what we see now. The moat, the river around the city. This is a project to restore, improve the moat. You see, this is the moat, and the moat inside the moat is the walls, and as you can see, the expressways have already been built throughout the area, main roads. So it is hard to reconstruct the walls. The infrastructure is already there. The Pan Gate, it says it has been restored in the 1980s, so maybe it's still there. This is what it is like. Yeah. This is the Cheng Gate, which is also restored. So several gates have already been restored. This is the wall in the Cheng Gate area before it was restored. Basically, everything has been demolished. And now the walls are here, as well as the citadel. This the Xiang Gate where we are. This is it under reconstruction, under improvement. And this is what it is like now. And we are here. And it says the Ping Gate is also restored. Interesting. I'm not sure where it is, but let's see. This is the wall and the citadel of the Ping Gate area. Oh. This is the low gate. Oh, the citadel is also restored. Aha, this is the Qi gate. And the walls and the region. This is the Xu gate, the walls before restoration, after the restoration. So it looks like a lot have already been restored actually. Bricks of the wall. And that is all. We have toured the city wall. We will go up onto the city wall to see the views and see the outside of the citadel. Let's go. City walls are vital for a city's defense back in the ancient era. But now, with the advent of our massive artillery, planes, armored vehicles, the usage of walls is less common. But it is still important as a historical asset and should be preserved. The wall is quite thick. This is inside the wall, and this is beyond the wall. You could see the loopholes for archers, I think, and the river here, it's the moat surrounding the city. Beyond is outside the city. In the further areas, you get to the Suzhou Industrial Park, which is very modern with skyscrapers. The old city, there are no skyscrapers because there's a limit to the height of buildings. It is to preserve the ancient infrastructure, prevent it from over modernization. Here is the citadel, very classical Chinese architecture. I don't think you can go in. But here's a peek inside. You could see some of the stairs inside, but it isn't open to the public, unfortunately. And is this a big drum over there? I have no idea. I will show you. There is a tourist group over there. A lot of people. This is the water gate where boats can pass through a canal outside of the city. Yeah. The wall is quite high, quite thick, but still relatively useless when attacked. During the Japanese occupation of China, the Japanese entered Suzhou relatively effortless through the Ping Gate to the north near the railway station. They just entered. So these walls defensively, not too much use. Historically, very important, and as a cultural heritage, very good. Oh, are these maple leaves or ginkgos? You know, I have an episode about Tianpi Mountain, also in Suzhou, famous for its maple leaves. You could check that out. You can see, I believe these are maple leaves. The leaves look like maple leaves, yeah. Clustered on the side of the wall. Nice wallpaper. Oh, the shops are all dead. Opposite this is the mall. Is this shop dead? No idea. Doesn't seem really alive. A reconstructed wall ends here. Site protection, yeah. This is the place where the wall ends. Up there is the reconstructed area. This place I'm standing on used to be of the wall. This is also part of the wall, but it's gone. It's no more. It is no more. Alright, we will be heading towards Pinjiang Road. And there's some old architecture around this area. Excited? Yeah, let's go. It's still a stump of the old wall here. You could see the foundation bricks, the kiln bricks, the kiln bricks up there. But it is nearly all gone. And here, I don't think you could see any more of it. Yeah. And here is the end to the wall area. Let's go see what this place would bring us to. The couple's garden. Man, maybe a good dating place. Let's go check out this. Is this for free? No idea. If not, we can check out the outside. Here are some new residential houses. Probably very expensive, considering the place it is in. You already get the taste. This is one of the classical gardens of Suzhou, the couple's garden. Not that well known, but still. Yeah, this is the famed bridges over the canals. Yeah. I believe the garden is inside here. Whether or not a ticket is required, not that sure. Here is the exit. Yeah, I think you'll need a ticket, but that is what it is like. Maple leaves. There are a lot of maple leaves in Suzhou. I think I have ginkgos and maple trees like just at my doorstep. Oh, there. This is the entrance. Yeah, you need a ticket. Here is the entrance. Yeah, I will leave this place for you to explore on your own. probably, if its name is true, a good place to date. Anyways, we are heading towards Pinjiang Road. Look at it here. This is the city center of the Suzhou area. Quite different from normal city centers of China. Big skyscrapers, towering infrastructure. Suzhou is different. The big infrastructure are all outside the city center. But in Suzhou, the old city is in the center, and the old city remains old. What is old remains old. And this still looks like some little town from the 1920s. They preserved the history relatively well compared to other cities. Like the entire old city of Beijing is no more. All demolished. Buildings, houses, walls, gates. Now I must figure out how to get to Pinjiang Road. And I don't know about this construction project. What is it even building? These are old houses of Suzhou. You can see the entrance. Many of these are up to 100 years old or more. Several are the residences of famous people, authors, poets, you name who. Yeah. An oasis of history inside modernization. To the east, the Suzhou Industrial Park has towering skyscrapers. To the west, the Suzhou New District is also highly modernized. To the north, the Xiangchen District, though it contains some of the oldest neighborhoods in Suzhou, dating the Lumu ancient lane that dates back to the Tang and Song dynasties. That's like more than 1,000 years ago. But still, that area is more modernized now. And to the south, you get factories, a lot of industry. Only in the center, you get pure history. These old houses. Yeah. These are the famous steps by the river. You could do your laundry. You could even wash your vegetables, wash the toilet in the same river. They did it for 2,000 years and the river became dirty. You see, the guy who lives upstream washes his toilet in the river. The guy who lives downstream washes his vegetables, his rice in the river. But they did clean up and it is now very clean. This is a hotel, I think. Many of these houses are built directly by the river. This is kind of like why Suzhou is known as the Venice of the East. Infrastructure, houses are literally built by the river. And boats are a common way of travel during the good old days. This is the famous Pinjiang Road, jammed packed with tourists. You could hear the Chinese opera over there. It's called, there is Pingtan and Kunqu. different operas, singing styles. You get a lot of tourists here because it's one of the main attractions of the city. You get domestic and international visitors. And you get these little nooks, little shops. Very interesting. What's more, residents still live here in these ancient buildings. And there are shops. They open shops. A lot of tourists come and buy stuff. Yeah. This place is famous. This is the Pinjiang. I believe this canal runs from the Ping Gate. Probably an important way of transport back then. A main canal, just like main avenues. You get these boats, barges. These are wine. It gives test drinks. Today is a weekday, and so there are less tourists. During the weekends or during the summer, you won't expect to breathe. I came here once during the summer. Number one, it's hot. Number two, there are so many people, and in the areas where it is super narrow, I believe there is one like right in front. It gets even more hellish. So number one, better come during the off season. Number two, go during weekdays. These are water wells. This one is covered up. Some, I believe, are not covered up. Here are branch avenues leading out. Yeah. I should go dive through the old neighborhoods away from this crowd of people. I will figure out a road. Yeah. Let's go see. Here, I think you can lottery. Minors cannot buy lotteries. Anyway, here is a branch road leading generally towards the direction I want, away from the crowds. I just hope I won't get lost. I need to check the map. Wow, a really small restaurant. A lot of Russian tourists here, you know, can't go to Europe, so they come to China. Some old people playing cards and gambling some money. I see coins, I see banknotes, I see money. This is a clothing store and hairdressing, whatever. Ooh. This is a temple. Anyways. You know, these ancient Han dresses are very popular here. There are so many stores selling them, like this one. These are what these dresses are like. Ancient customs. Sometimes you buy them, sometimes you rent them for taking pictures, but they're everywhere. Wow. You get another store here. Here is hairdressing. You cut your hair. Old residential buildings. Electrical appliances. Construction. Wow. Suzhou Historic City Group. Probably reconstructing something, or I don't know. And where are we now? We have basically come out of the touristy areas. All residential now. I guess I need to find my way back. I'll take you along the journey into the modern world. Here is a modern street. I will take that way. It goes to the Lingduan Road station, which we have passed earlier today. This is the road we have passed by, the old city, and now we're into the modern era. Here you buy phones, iPads. Yeah. Let's go. These are those rickshaws. You know, kind of like a bicycle, but with a carriage attached. Very interesting. Oh. Motorcycles. A lot of rickshaws. Street. This is another ancient street. Yeah. Even the bus stops here are ancient architecture. The craziest thing here is that even toilets sometimes have this architecture. I've been to one of them. Wow. They just like this kind of architecture. And a very good blending of historic with modern. Not everything must be a dreary factory-like thing. canals, bridges. Even though the modern era has built roads and stuff, these still exist. Bridges, canals still exist. I wonder what happened to this bridge. It's called Dalang Bridge. Being literal, it means big bridegroom bridge. Over here it says it was hastily like managed during December 2024. Was it about to collapse or what? I don't know. Just a few months ago, 1 year ago, December 2024. Oh, here is the Lingdun Road station. The site of the Suzhou Independent Party branch of the CPC. Over there. Okay. Anyways, we are approaching the hotel from where I departed. So here we are. We are back at the Wyndham Garden Hotel. And we will conclude the episode here. Like, comment, and share to support our channel. Subscribe for more hidden corners of the world.